The story of the Tarbli War, Grebo-Vi conflicts 1800s. In the old days, before the settlers' flag rose on Cape Palmas, the Grebo and Vi people ruled their forests and rivers with strength. Trade was plenty. Cola, salt, palm oil, and muskets came from the coast. But with plenty comes envy, and with envy comes war. Among the Grebo, there was a proud town named Tarbli. Its warriors were fearless, its chiefs proud, and its youth quick to boast. Tarbli's men had muskets, and their women sang songs of victory after every raid. One night, the chiefs of the neighboring towns gathered under the moonlight. The oldest chief spoke first, Chief Gborlo. "Brothers, Tarbli has grown too proud. They walk with their heads above the clouds. They no longer pay tribute. They no longer listen to our counsel. If we leave them, soon Tarbli will rule us all." The others nodded, their faces hard. "Chief Bodo, one tree standing alone thinks it is a forest. Let us gather our axes together and cut it down." And so an alliance was formed. Grebo and Vi villages uniting for war. The boast of Tarbli. When word reached Tarbli, their warriors laughed. Warrior Nima, "Let them come. Have they forgotten our muskets? Have they forgotten our strength? Tarbli does not bow, Tarbli does not fear." The young men danced with spears, and the women sang, "Tarbli is a lion. Tarbli fears no hunter." But the old men shook their heads. One elder whispered, "Elder Kweku, pride is a sickness. A man who walks with his chest too high will stumble on the stone before him." The war. The drums of war soon thundered across the forest. Villages allied against Tarbli moved like waves of the sea. Muskets cracked, spears flew, and machetes clashed. The sky grew dark with smoke as villages burned. The ground shook with the cries of the wounded. Still Tarbli fought. Warrior Nima stood at the gates and shouted, "Nima, you may come like the flood, but we are the rock in the river." For days they held their ground, but the flood was too great. One by one, the warriors fell. Mothers wailed, children scattered, and the great lion of Tarbli was pierced by many spears. Of the fall of Tarbli. When the war was done, Tarbli lay in ashes. Its proud warriors were slain, its chiefs silenced, its people scattered. The alliance that crushed it stood victorious, but the land itself seemed wounded. The old elder Kweku, who had warned of pride, looked upon the ruins and spoke. "Elder Kweku, you see now, when brothers unite, even the lion must bow. But remember, no war leaves the ground clean. The blood of Tarbli will stain us all." The lesson generations passed, but the story of Tarbli lived on. Around village fires, elders would tell their children, "Do not be like Tarbli, who stood alone and proud. Unity is strength, but pride is destruction. A single town may roar like a lion, but many spears will silence it." Director Meek's story.